No. So okay. All right, guys.
Okay.
So
All right.
last week we talked a little bit about what's going on in the boot world.
Yeah.
It seemed to get, a positive response, or at least a response.
There was a response. Yeah.
There was a response. Hello, welcome to the Nick's Boots from Start to Finish podcast. I'm your host, Shyler Mao. Got Lucas Grauberger?
Yeah, Grauberger.
Grauberger?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Grasburger.
Well, it doesn't mean fat burger.
No, that is not what it means. Grasburger actually translates loosely to Shepherd of the Hill. It's it's a cool last
name.
Like
Mardi Gras, like Gras means Fat Tuesday,
Different language, I think.
Okay.
It's German.
Okay. Yeah, Andrew, how are you?
Oh, he's got a mic.
He's finally got a mic.
I'm good. It's my Friday, so.
But it's only Thursday.
But it's Thursday.
I know, I have a bachelor party to go to.
Oh, where are you going?
St. Joe. It's in Montana. Like it goes in between.
The river?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're fly fishing.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that before?
No, I'll be learning.
Man, it's like a lot of firsts for Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've fished before. Fly fishing.
It's a little different.
It's
First airplane trip.
Yeah.
First time going to Chicago.
First time out of Spokane.
Yeah.
We're just making things up now.
Okay. No,
it is. It's definitely wedding season. Didn't you go to a bachelor party last week?
I did. I went to my brother's youngest brother's bachelor party. Yeah.
Nice. And then Abby got married like a few weeks ago also.
Yeah, it's that time of year, man.
Big Nick's family wedding.
Couples coming together.
Yeah.
Making it official.
Yep.
How old are you?
23.
How old's your friend?
26, 25.
Oh,
Okay.
It's technically a brother of my friend.
So is this like your brother's, like one of your friend's older brothers?
Yeah. But I grew up with him.
I see, sure.
Like he was my older brother, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. How many guys are going?
7?
Oh, okay. It's nice and manageable.
Yeah, and it's just drinking and eating and fishing. That's all it is.
That's cool. Yeah. No, that's pretty much what we did. Although, like, my youngest brother is kind of the extra one, I would say, in the family.
The extra. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Well, he's just like a little extra.
Yeah. I
so,
see what you mean.
All the experiences are very, like, kind of bespoke, I would say.
Okay.
And so they rented a bunch of kayaks, and I didn't do this part, but they kayaked across a couple waterways in the Puget Sound and kind of ended up where we ended up on Bainbridge Island. But yeah, everybody was safe, and yeah, it worked out well. Yeah, but I had to like drive a lot because I was the ferry. I was like the kayak ferry. Yeah. That part of the state is not super easy to get. Like, we was literally like a mile or two away from our ending destination, but it took me like an hour and change because I had to drive all the way around. Yeah, exactly. But it was fun. It was fun. Congratulations to John and Julia. I hope they make a good run of it. And what's your older brother's friends or your friend's brother's name?
Weston.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay.
Weston making a second appearance on the podcast. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to Weston.
Yeah.
So we've got a few things to go over. The Reddit 15K giveaway commenced yesterday, like the actual delivery of the prizes. And so everyone who won has been contacted. And I just posted an offer in kind of honor of that. That will have expired by the time this comes out. But congratulations to the winners there. Very humbling to see us get to that 15,000 mark. And it's already like a couple hundred over that. So that's cool. Luke Larson. Lucas with two U's. 2U Luke, as we call him.
Yeah, so we always call him.
He successfully lobbied. I think he caught Ben after he'd had a few beers, frankly. And I think he was actually talking to Ted. So Ted basically runs the Patina project and helps maintain the app that makes the Patina Thunderdome possible. And they were talking and they were a little drunk, open to some new ideas, and Luke hit him up and they were like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do a small goods Patina Thunderdome. And so Luke's potentially going to get, I don't know, I think he's probably going to cheat and try and get a second win,
Yeah, like he cheated the first time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's cool for us. So so there is a Patina Thunderdome for belts now, basically.
I think it's like just small goods
I think it's everything,
general.
but I think belts are probably your going to get some good wear. And so, we have some special offers right now on those. I think we have some other ones coming out, some limited run leathers and that sort of thing on the belt side. So good job, Luke. And please do, stay in touch with us and check that out as they come available.
I think it's actually like a really smart idea because I feel like it makes getting into the Thunderdome a lot more approachable because like this is a yearly thing and not everyone is going to spend, $2,000 to $1,000 on a pair of boots every single year just for the Thunderdome. And to know that I could just buy a $30 Nick's key clip or just buy an $80 belt.
A great belt.
Yeah, a really
last
nice
you
belt.
forever. The problem with our belts
and Engage is really cool.
They last too long. So we're actually going to make them a little worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they break after 5 years and then you have to get a new one.
Yeah. We're thinking about cardboard lining.
Yep. Well, I was thinking like some of our competitors do with like their midsoles. You can like maybe shave away a portion of it so that it's, really,
we can say
really
it's
flexible.
For flexibility. Yeah.
But then when it cracks, a couple years later, that's no good. No, I'm kidding. The belts will always stay bulletproof and not literally bulletproof. That's a figure of speech.
Please don't try that at home.
Don't try that. But yeah, there's some DIY belt kits or something. What is that about? Andrew?
Andrew, you're the product guy. What's the DIY belt?
Yeah. It's for the Thunderdome, the belt one.
Okay.
Because I'm sure some leatherheads are gonna want to make their own belts for it. So we're just gonna sell uncut straps with the keeper and like all the hardware. You'll buy it and you make your own belt.
I love that. We're outsourcing. That's
awesome.
great.
Yeah,
that's great. That's great.
We're selling you the material at the price.
Yeah, pretty soon we'll just
product.
Sell you boots with no soles and you have to figure it out and put it on your own sole. I like that.
Boot kit.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure someone will
just send you the leather.
There was an idea here.
Oh yeah, the DIY resole.
DIY resole.
Yeah.
I feel like people would like it.
I bet like 4 people would like it.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
The amount of time we'd spend doing it would probably not, be worth the 3 or 4 people who do want it. But it's an idea.
So yeah, some natural belts that should be really good for the patina. It'll be on offer as well.
Looks like we've got a full natural undyed heavy duty work belt, natural CXL, Predator natural. There's 2 Predator natural products. I think there's a typo there. But then there's also the natural blackout, which is really cool.
Yeah, the blackouts are cool. Also got some really kind of cool samples from Wickett and Craig. They're really leaning into this overdyed thing, which is interesting.
This one's...
Yeah, so if you're watching on the tubes...
This one's very unique.
Yeah.
This is a green with... Is that purple or pink underneath?
It's almost like supernatural, pardon the pun, but like...
Oh, I think that's a great name for it.
Yeah.
The supernatural boot.
It's like an enhanced natural color. It's almost like peach. And then they overdye it with black, but they've scratched this out to kind of show you like what it'll look like over time. There's like a 2-tone blue, which actually I think is really interesting.
It's got like a light blue underneath the darker blue,
and then almost like a robin's egg blue underneath it that will come through. This guy's pretty interesting. It's a yellow base layer covered with like this looks like a chestnut on top. And probably the most unique is this green and purple.
It's given
Joker.
That's what it is. I was like, what am I? Yeah, green and purple. Joker boots.
You can see that. That's crazy. So cool stuff though. We'll experiment with that, and that's kind of part of my visit to go out there, and kind of look at some new development. So thank you to Matt and the Wickett team for that. Turquoise,
as we are calling it here in the office, the Shrunken Bison Baja Blast.
Yeah, will you go grab it?
This is a visual podcast today.
Well, some people do watch on YouTube.
Yeah.
You want the tanker?
Yeah.
Oh, the tanker. That's a really cool one.
Yeah. So that was a sample sale. I would say we are a little more flexible with the sample sale, because we're kind of open to new ideas. Is this done?
No.
Okay. I'm like, what are they doing? Okay.
That's how we sand our Sierra Souls now.
This looks like a competitor boot. Yeah.
It's because it's a work boot.
Yeah.
You don't need a
exactly
fully finished
You don't
sanding
need
on.
those finished heels.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this customer basically got green, Shackleton green, Yellowstone bison straps. And I remember talking to this person. It's a very good customer. I guess I'll just put it that way. Which is maybe also why it was put through. But yeah. Yeah, I think it's interesting, man. This showed up on the Boots on the Line post from earlier from last week. And it does really stand out. When I first saw this leather, I was like, But I could see how somebody might like that. You know?
And I mean, we'll see once we launch it. I mean, it'll be out by the time this video comes out. But, I also was like, that's a crazy color. No one's going to want that. But when we did the sample sale, before I even went live, it was sold out. It was like one of the first ones to go.
Yeah, I mean, it's a I feel like with the greens and to a lesser extent the blues, not everybody loves them, but the people who do really do.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just a matter of how many of those people are there. Are there 5? Are there 50? I guess we'll find out.
World. It's a big world out there.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, think of all the weird things you're into.
I like totally normal things.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's your character in D&D?
Which one?
Exactly.
Starting a new one today. That's Studio Ghibli film inspired.
Okay, and then what's your character going to be?
My character is a wizard who uses origami to channel his magic.
Okay, all right. So I rest my case, and that's cool. And I'm glad you're into harmless stuff like that. That's cool. It could be worse, right?
Sure.
Yeah. But I guess I always say that when people are like, "Oh, I'm into boot collecting. R.I.P. my wallet," and I'm like, "Well, you could be into watches, or cars, or boats." Or multiple wives.
That's true. D&D is only as expensive as you want it to be, which is really nice.
See? There you go.
But yeah, the turquoise, I mean...
I think that would be a great D&D prop.
Yeah.
For sure.
Dakota, who is DMing the Studio Ghibli one, he said when this comes out Friday, he is paying full price for a pair.
He sure is, because he's already got his free boots. Yeah.
And he loves the color, and he loves Baja Blast. So it's a great pairing.
Man, I haven't been to Taco Bell in a while.
There's
been a long time.
There's a couple people in the office, specifically Dakota and his roommate, Xander, who I think probably keep one of the Taco Bells in Spokane in business. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the last time I had it was after a camping trip. And I remember actually really liking it, but I was also really, really hungry.
Oh, yeah. It's great. I feel like it's great hangover food or, after camping trip food. But
okay. And then Belts on the Line. You've doubtlessly heard of our famous series, Boots on the Line. But now we have Belts on the Line. So I don't think that's going to be going as regularly as Boots on the Line, but once a month, I think we'll do that and see what some of the builds are looking like in that busy thrumming factory where they make the belts.
Everyone got to meet Trent for the first time.
Yeah, Trent's great.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's a very talented young man. So Luke, better watch out, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Run for your money.
He's got a lot of skills. Leatherworking. He also
Kind of
a great
graphic
artist.
design
Yeah,
skills, right?
he's got a lot of graphic design skills. So we've been talking about, without taking away from time in the leather goods department, maybe helping with some new T-shirt designs and stuff.
Yeah.
He's also really into period correct Renaissance fairs, and he makes period correct clothing. He's been doing that on his break, making like a gambeson.
We get all kinds here.
Hey, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of crossover. If you're a boot nerd, like the nerdum is like
if you come into Nick's Boots and you want to talk sports, you're dead. There's nothing. Like I can do it with you, but I'm probably the only person.
I can feign. Don't ask me about like current games, but I can like.
No, I mean if you're like into football or basketball. I mean now if you're into like AI Quidditch or
AI Quidditch, I've never heard of this one.
What's kyber tossing or something? Like you guys like weird sports. I agree. I know that.
I've never heard any of those.
Yeah. Did you make those up? Or
Caber tossing?
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, I think it's like where you throw a log, basically. or you're probably into like wife carrying.
Isn't the log tossing from like Ireland or Scotland?
Yeah, it's Scotland.
Okay. Yeah, no.
I mean, Mikey probably knows a thing or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying you guys are very niche, and I like that about you.
I know Andrew's really into baseball.
Yeah.
Who's your team?
It's the Yankees, mostly because my dad.
Same.
Where did you grow up?
Here. But my dad grew up he was born in New York.
Same.
But then I have the Dodgers because my mom.
But like you're supposed to root for against the team your dad roots for. Isn't that how it? Oh, it's my childhood.
Is that how your childhood?
the Mariners suck. So.
No, my
Mariners
dad.
are hit or miss.
You disgust me, by the way.
My dad tried really hard to make me a diehard Yankees fan and a diehard Giants fan. That was always like, yeah.
Well, so actually, this is a good segue for my. So remember, I was talking about this bachelor party. So my my youngest brother John, he's a Celtics fan, a Warriors fan, and like, it's terrible. Well, how do you root for those two teams, right? So basically, he roots for whoever's like doing the best at the time.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I wish I could live my life like that, like
Just
switching
root for the
allegiances,
winner.
but I'm a little more loyal than that. Like I can't do that. So anyway, so John and Andrew, you guys are very similar and front runners.
I have the Dodgers too.
Yeah, oh yeah, you got the Dodgers too.
Because my mom lived in LA.
Probably a big Florida Gators fan now too, and
I don't watch
basketball.
College.
Okay,
I don't watch college.
okay.
Yeah. I'll say
I want to get into it.
He's a big Chiefs fan. Yeah.
No, I hate the Chiefs.
Oh.
I'm so happy they lost.
Okay.
Yankees is the only like professional. Yankees and Giants actually are the only like professional sports games I've been to. I skipped first couple weeks of first grade.
Well, you're going to be going to a Spokane Indians game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When is that? Is that this month? Or is
It's
that next month?
this month, man. It's coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Excited.
doing a little company outing to watch the Indians.
Yeah.
It's our local minor league team. So that'll be cool.
I've been watching a lot more hockey since I moved to Spokane, though.
Okay.
Anyway, you wanted to talk about sports?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about caber tossing. No. So okay. All right, guys.
Okay.
So
All right.
last week we talked a little bit about what's going on in the boot world.
Yeah.
It seemed to get, a positive response, or at least a response.
There was a response.
There was a response. So we're gonna do the same thing. And it's been a while since we've had some really nice
drama,
buttery popcorn drama in the boot world. Yeah. And I don't know. Some of you may know this, some of you may not, but there is a manufacturer that has been accused of perhaps not being as upfront as possible about where and how their products are made. And some other boot makers have piled on a bit. Of course, we're talking about boot makers and the feud with and which I'm here for, yeah, I don't know. Lucas, do you have any reactions or thoughts to this?
I mean, I'm looking at.
There's a very juicy thread on the Goodyear welt.
Yeah, I just saw this actually as we.
How is that possible?
I've been a little disconnected the last week or so, unfortunately. But I did hear about originally the FTC compliance warning stuff. But this is the first I'm seeing. So Viberg is basically saying they're kind of distancing themselves from their old partners a little bit. It sounds like.
No.
Is that? I haven't read all the way through it yet. Do you want to sum it up?
The accusation is that some lasts and patterns were perhaps misappropriated. And that they were also constructed outside of the country mostly, and then finished inside the country. And as people may be aware, there are some pretty strict requirements around that.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know. I think it's going to be an interesting resolution. Yeah, like how much do you say here, right? That's always the tough thing. And we're obviously not like neutral observers. But we did a run with I think it was like so 2018, 2019.
Yeah, I think when I started, we were maybe like on the tail end of
that was an interesting experience. And we were a little desperate back then, I will say.
I mean, there's a lot of
keep the factory going.
Companies we did that kind of stuff with.
And fortunately, we're not in that position anymore. But yeah, I mean, we did make some boots. It was definitely not my favorite experience, but it did teach me some things. But so those were created. Fortunately, I think most of the companies that were doing that or in the position that they had to do that have figured out like how to drive demand on their own, or frankly they've gone out of business. So like Artisan was a factory in upstate New York. They used to make boots for like Parkhurst. Oh. And I'm sure a number of other people. But they basically folded, I think like 3 or 4 years ago. That forced Parkhurst to go to Portugal or Spain. And I remember Andrew was very like nervous about that, but I think it turned out to work out really well for him. And I think that's kind of what's been interesting to me about observing this whole like kerfuffle is like I think a lot of people don't actually care where the boots are made.
Right.
You just need to be transparent about it.
Yeah. Country of origin doesn't matter if the quality is there, and you're like, that's upfront about it.
Interesting discussion because I've never like, for us personally, we make them here in Spokane, but I don't ever want somebody to buy it because it's like made in the USA. I want you to buy it because it's like the best boot, for your needs, and potentially, one of the best boots in the world. Mm-hmm. And so like, I don't know, like that, I've always had kind of a complicated relationship with that, so, I mean, it is obviously much more expensive to make things here. And I think there is some, pride in that, but like, ultimately I don't think that's why, it's not why I want somebody to buy a Nick's boot. Mm-hmm. And there's kind of a legacy of this, and I'm just kind of wondering like how important is it anymore? Especially with like the work boot side, you see that a ton, right? Yeah. With like your Thorogoods and your Red Wings, and it's like made in the USA, assembled from global components. Yeah. There's pretty strict messaging around that, but like, and sometimes it can feel like a shell game a little bit because you don't know. You're like, okay, so was this upper made overseas,
right? Exactly.
And the sole was made overseas, but they were shipped over here and somebody like glued them together, basically. Like I know that happens quite a bit. I think sewing is probably one of the most outsourced activities that happens. It's pretty labor intensive. There's not quite the installed base of sewers here that there definitely are in other countries. And so I can see people doing that, right? Like whenever somebody's like, I'm going to start a boot company or something like that. Like that was a question at boot camp last year. Like, hey, I want to start a boot company. And I'm like, well, don't do it. Because you'd be competing with me.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't be good for you.
It's not going to go well for you.
It's not going to go well. Two, like, I'm like, do you want 15 sewers?
Right. Yeah.
Like, do you want 20 sewers that are just kind of like, you got to pay and take care of and are great people. But I'm just saying, like, gosh, that's a big nut to have to, take on. And so, because sewing, it depends on how you make them, but they're really kind of the hardest part to automate. Like, if you do it correctly. So you need a post bed machine because it's essentially a 3D object, right? So a post bed's got the post sticking up. Essentially, you move the boot around this post, with the needle going up and down above it. Whereas most people, like who use fabric or anything like that, are used to flatbeds.
Yep.
And flatbeds are much easier to use. Yeah. You hold the leather flat or whatever you're doing, right, and you just kind of move it against the needle. And so what you'll see, and we've noticed this, is like some brands, I'm not going to name any names, but they will basically use a flatbed on what is essentially cosmetic stitching. Yeah. It does not go through multiple layers of leather. It's not serving an attachment function. It's just there for looks.
Yep. Do 4 rows of sewing, but only one of them is actually attached to anything.
So they'll do like 4 rows of sewing, and 3 of those will be cosmetic, and then 1 of them will be done on a post machine. Yep. Basically to save time. You can also on a flatbed, you can automate that. So like if you go to like a McRae or a Belleville or some of these companies that provide boots to the military, totally different price point. Like I'm not being critical, right? Yeah. Like it's a very labor intensive process. They've got to hit a price point, to like meet their contractual obligations. Yeah. But those are just like, it's pretty wild, right? It'll be like this big box basically and this head that essentially stitches these things together. And kind of eventually you have a boot. But it also limits like the thicknesses that you can use. It limits the shaping that you can use. It limits the patterns that you can use if you have to do it on a flatbed. And so definitely kind of some trade-offs there. But anyway, I digress. Don't start a boot company because you're going to need to get a ton of sewers unless you're outsourcing it. Which is a thing. Like, that is a thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's... Like you said, I think country of origin doesn't matter too much as long as it's a quality product. I mean, people talk about Spokane being a boot mecca in the P&W space, but like León, Mexico is like, I think that's the true like boot capital of the world. There are so many boots coming out of that space, mostly Western boots, like high quality stuff.
Yeah, it's up there definitely with like Spain and Portugal, I would say are there. And I think for certain types of models, you would, if you're going heritage, I think you'd probably lean towards the EU options. They're shockingly not that expensive coming out, even compared to Mexico. I think it's a higher degree of automation. Supply chain is a little more mature for certain things over there. Whereas I agree, Mexico obviously is like Western boots, cowboy boots, some work boots, I think they can do a good job with. And heritage as well. There's some interesting options. Like have you cut apart the Urban Wolf Club boot
I did,
yet?
yes. Yeah.
What'd you think?
It's pretty good. It's $170 boot. I think Thursday should be sweating a little bit, to be honest, because it's a lot higher quality than some of the Thursday boots I've seen, even their higher price point stuff. But it's pretty good. I mean, it's a heritage boot. So there's clear choices they made where it's like, I definitely wouldn't put this on my foot for, 80-hour, 40-hour work weeks or anything like that. Yeah. But it's nice. It's a good entry point boot for sure.
Okay.
There are a few things like the Mostly cosmetic stuff, but like all the sewing was true, which was nice. The soles are a little soft, things like that. It's a Goodyear boot, so it's a little bit different construction, but not bad.
Yeah, I thought it was like a good effort. You think at those price points, those newer brands, you can get really good stuff out of Mexico, and I think there are some holes in the marketplace there, sure. In the domestic market that you could use to hit some price points there, and get a good product.
Yeah, and again, like I think you're right on the money with like most customers. Like, just don't lie to them. Like, be truthful about what they're getting, and most of the time, if what you're telling them they are getting matches what they're getting, and the price point matches that, they're going to be happy with it.
Yeah, and like the price needs to be commensurate, I think. Yeah. And I think that was maybe like...
don't make them $200 more because you're saying they're made in the USA, and then, they're actually not.
Well,
or, stuff like that.
Basically, like, yes, right? I mean, so that's the thing. It's like,
don't make that a selling point for the reason it's that price.
Like, if you look at a brand like Chizo, so Chizo to me is probably, like, outside of ours, obviously, one of the best Western boots out there.
I'd agree,
We took one apart. It's a good boot. It's tough, strong. Definitely like a different use case than what we were going for.
Yeah. Classic Western.
Yep.
It was a little
lighter
bit thinner.
duty, a little lighter duty. But well made. But that's like $600. Yeah. And so and I think that's fine. Like, I think it's a good. But I am also thinking like their margins are probably pretty sweet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you kind of think about it, like. I remember they had a post when the tariffs were announced on Mexico. It was like going to be 25%. It was going to be pretty substantial. And they like made this big deal about like, hey, we're not raising prices because of the tariffs. And I was like, oh, that's interesting.
You've got really good margins.
Really good margins, exactly. That has actually been kind of an interesting dynamic here. It's like who's raising prices and who's not. Because, like I've talked to some people and you get an idea of what the costs are, and it's not a bad way to live, man.
Yeah,
not a bad way to live.
Yeah, I mean the whole idea of like it's I think it's interesting to me, and this is maybe a little bit of a tangent, but like we're talking about this whole thing, contract manufacturing boots in the U.S. and a lot of people outsourcing. It's funny to me that like it seems like clothing brands in the U.S., even ones that are made in the U.S. That's like almost how all clothing brands operate, is almost none of them have their own factory. And there's lots of different factories that they're kind of contract manufacturing out of.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, we sort of went down this road. It didn't really come to fruition. But like, I mean, Los Angeles has a pretty robust textile garment industry. I think Texas does as well. And yeah, I mean, yes, the domestic textile manufacturers, a lot of them are like sophisticated enough that they will actually help you create your line, right? And some of them even have some ability to help you with distribution. But yeah, I mean, again, like sewing is so freaking labor intensive, and so I get why you wouldn't want to have that responsibility in your own business. Of course, the danger with contract manufacturing is how do you make sure that it's different,
right?
Because that's the thing with these factories. It's like, what's the easiest way to make money as a factory? Well, is to do as much of the same thing as you can. And so that means like, I've worked in a contract manufacturing business where I was in charge of product development. And, that was always the challenge. And it seemed like, when you were using a new factory, there was always this like convergence that happened over time because they're doing deals for other brands, right? And so eventually, they start using the same thread and like multiple brands, or they start because they want scale, right? Or they use the same piping, or they use the same taped seams, or whatever. And so like, mine was in textiles, but outdoor textiles. But yeah, I mean, so, and eventually, like the stuff coming out of there kind of all looks the same, and it's difficult to tell it apart from the other brands. It's like private label with food, right? Costco goes and I used to do private label for Costco too, and the Costco will hit you up, right? And be like, hey, you've got a successful product. We'd like to put it under the Kirkland brand. And you're always like, okay. Well, because it's usually like a margin exchange, right? So essentially, like if you're the brand and you're selling your branded products, you might make like 50 points, and the retailer might make 30. And then when you're doing private label, you essentially flip that.
Yeah. And then I know.
But if you don't do it, your competitor's going to do it.
Right.
So you don't really have a choice. Yeah.
I know part of the reason we got out of doing that kind of stuff was like you lose margin, but also you end up competing with yourself. Like I know we've had multiple instances of customers being like, hey, I got X brand, Oak Street, or some other brand. I have these boots. I want one of your boots. What's the difference? Or I like yours better than these. And we're just like, actually, we made both of those. You know?
Yeah, fortunately, we have not done that in a long time.
Yeah, it's been, like I said, I think we were like closing all of that stuff when I started in 2020.
And there's a surprisingly large amount of that happens even in our space.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, I think it's well known that Drew's, their U.S. line is not made by them, obviously, because they don't have a factory outside of their Mexico one. And, yeah, it's just really interesting.
Yeah. What a world.
Mm-hmm.
What a world. What do you think, Andrew?
It's a lot.
Big thoughts?
Well,
Big feelings?
no, it's a lot. I don't know enough to talk on the subject. I just hear what you guys talk about, and it just sounds like a pain in the ass. That's really all it does.
Well, I mean, that's a decent way to sum up a lot of the stuff we deal with.
Yeah, it's fair. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, life's hard. And then you die. You know? But yeah, no, it's a time. It's a time right now. But yeah, it's nice to have a little content to discuss.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for listening to us ramble. There's a lot going on out there. Be safe. Thanks for buying some boots or thinking about buying some boots. And we will talk to you next week. I hope you have a great week. Bye.